What's up, ladies and suckers? It's TBE 365. I'm back with another story time. I haven't done this in a minute. This will be a lot. This will be not a lot. This will be really hard to outdo my last story. That was one of the funniest events that ever happened in my life. But this is some Plant vs. Zombies 2 Modern Garden Warfare or something. Yeah, Garden Warfare Beta. This is probably the worst gameplay you'll see. I'm sorry. This is my first ever game. And I really I was trying to force classes too much. I should have kept changing classes every time I died, but I kept trying to stay with the class. I thought there had to be something good about this class, but once I get to the football guy class, that's what gets legit. I start beasting, but till then, bear with me with the gameplay. But don't worry about the gameplay. No, no, no. I got a story for you guys. This is a story about the worst smell I've ever smelt in my life. Let's get right into it. So if you guys don't know, I'm in college. And in college, you take classes. So I'm taking a class, right? Sitting down, finish my work. Teacher lets me go. Teacher's my friend. He cool. He a cool guy. You know, he's a nice guy. Usually I don't like my math teachers. But this guy's cool. And I think I'm going to pass his math class. Wish me luck, you guys. But finish the class, and if you so I'm getting ready to go home, and how I get home is I take the bus to the mall where my car is at. I leave my car at the mall, and then from the mall I drive home. So I mean, the bus is not that bad, you guys. The bus is truthfully, I mean, if you're a girl, I guess it could kind of be bad because you got freaking homeless dudes like, hey, how you doing, little baby? You see, I got this thing in my pants. His name is Jimmy. You want to meet Jimmy, baby? You know, you get creepy people on the bus, you know what I'm saying? But the bus is usually cool if you're a dude. I mean, you may get your occasional, you know, hey, man, what's up, dog? You want to buy some? Y'all cut blood? Y'all cut? You may get your occasional that. You may get some homeless people there sometimes ask you for a couple dollars. You may get crazy people that are druggies. You know, it's not that bad, though. It's not that bad. I mean, I just made it sound terrible, but it's not that bad, fam. It is not that bad. So, I'm waiting for the bus so I can go to the mall, right? I'm waiting for the bus, and this guy sprints across the street. This white guy, 27-year-old, sprints across the street, goes to the bus stop. He's out of breath. He's just shaking, like he's just like shaking, like no, what is it called? Like you know when you like excited and you just all shaking, like he was like really excited. He's like, oh, you know when the bus comes? I'm like, I look down the street and the bus is coming. I'm like, oh, there it is right there. He's like, oh shoot, dude's still shaking, like he's like running in place. That's what I can see that. It's like running in place, like it's like running in place over and over again. So I'm like, did this dude just do drugs? But I'm like, wait, he just came from the school. I'm like, this dude wants to get on a bus really fast. Is freaking looks excited, energetic, maybe even scared. Wait, this dude may be on the run for the cops. The bus pulls up. I walk into the bus, slide my thing, and I was thinking about telling the bus driver, I'm like, this guy may be running for the cops or something. You should call somebody, like, because I don't know, man. I don't know, but it's Thursday, which is my Friday. I'm trying to get home. I'm not trying to have the bus driver yelling at this dude saying he can't get on the bus because he looks, you know, I ain't trying to start no commotion. So I slide my car, I sit down, you know what I'm saying? The guy's right behind me, he's shaking. I'm like, okay, the bus driver might just kick him off because he's kind of crazy. The bus driver just lets them all in. So I'm like, oh, shoot. And I start to think after he lets him in, he sits down. I'm like, oh, shoot, this dude may just shoot up this bus right now. I mean, I'm not being racist. He was white. He was a young white man, but I'm not being racist, y'all. I'm just saying, I'm just being real. The dude's shaking, excited, moving his legs, moving his arms, like he looked crazy. And he sat in his seat. He was just shaking too. He was just shaking his legs, like just going, like really weird. Like I don't know how the bus driver let this guy in, right? So as the bus drive goes on, he starts to calm down. He's just shaking, starts to end. There's a couple stops. The shaking is in. He stops shaking. He's chilling, right? And then this smell creeps up in my nose. I take one sniff in. Boy, lunch was about to come up. This thing smelled so bad. It smelled like someone got a rag, peed on the rag, and tried to suffocate you with that crap. I felt like I was getting drowned, or I was getting like, you know that torture in GTA when they put the rag over your head and they pour that water on the rag? and it like waterboarding or something. It felt like I was doing that with piss, boy. It smelled so bad, bro. I was just like, oh my goodness. And it wasn't just me. Other people on the bus felt it too, boy. You know what people do when they smell something, they start like, rubbing their nose, like they're not trying to act too sketchy, because they don't want to be like, oh, this person smells. They're being nice about it, itching their nose. Dude may sneeze and they keep his face in there. It started to smell really bad, boy. It was smelling terrible. It starts to get worse. I mean, I was about to throw up, and then I started thinking. I look at the guy who was shaking on the bus. He's not shaking no more. He's just sitting with a straight face, looking straight ahead. I'm like, I start to put my Sherlock Holmes on. I was like, He was shaking. He was in a rush. He seemed like he was angry when the bus came, like he maybe didn't want it to come. He was shaking, and when he stopped shaking, it started smelling bad. This boy just peed on the bus. Boy, young man in his 20s or 19, young man just peed on his dang self. I could not believe it. I'm chilling on the bus. I'm like, I'm about to die. I felt like I was like, is this really it? Did this dude just when I have a funeral, people are gonna be like, how did he pass? My mom's gonna be like, he died because this dude peed on himself on this bus. I was just sitting there. I mean, I felt like someone got like how they have the smoke grenades? They got a piss grenade, just threw it on the bus, bro. It was smelling so bad. So I thought, I gotta move away from this guy. I moved all the way back because he was in the front of the bus. He was in the front where the old people are supposed to sit. So those old people they probably caught some disease up there. Old people are supposed to sit in the front. I moved all the way to the back because I was kind of in the front, kind of in the middle. I was in the middle. Moved my butt to the back. Still smelt it, bruh. Still smelt it. Everybody starts to move to the back. Everyone's moving to the back. There's just him by himself in the front. Every time someone gets on the bus, they're like all kind of scared. And every time you get on, it hits them. It's like it just hits them like they getting shot. And then they go, oh shoot! Either two things they do: they get off that bus, or they go all the way to the back. The back filling up. There's no one in the front. The bus driver has his freaking shirt over his face. This dude just dropped a nuke on the bus, my dude. Golly, that thing is stinking, man. I'm like, oh my goodness, Lord have mercy. Then, so every time I go to school, I eat a whole bunch of food because I'm not going to be home for a while. It takes me an hour to get to school, an hour to get back, and my class is a winter class, which is a sped up class, so I'm there for 3 hours. That's 5 hours without eating, so I'm hungry. So right before I leave the school, I eat a whole bunch. Boy, that food was about to come up, bro. You're about to throw up. You kind of have your hand over your mouth, you're just going, but then it was like getting worse, like because I was doing that a little bit, and then at one time I felt like it was coming up, so I closed my mouth. I threw up, bro, but not in my mouth though. Like my mouth was full of throw up. I wish I had my camera. My camera is freaking. I guess you can't record over a certain amount of time with the camera, but I threw like, it's like my mouth was full of throw up. I kid you not, my mouth was full of throw up. I'm like, what do I do? What did I do? I swallowed that stuff, bro. The nastiest tasting thing. I smelled, and my mouth was nasty. I smelled nasty. Everything was nasty, boy. This dude just peed himself, bro. I'm like, hey, this dude's not getting off the bus, bro. We're thinking maybe he gonna get off soon. No, he ain't leaving. That boy, he's still just sitting there with a straight face. Just pee all over the place. Dude just peed himself, man, on the bus. The bus driver gonna have to clean that up. So that's what you get for letting him on the bus, sucker. All right. So finally, I get to the mall, man. I get to the mall, right? I stand up. I'm a little dizzy. I'm a little woozy. I'm like, whoa. And then my stomach starts, like, I feel like I'm about to throw up again. I'm like, no way. And this time, I'm like, I'm about to throw up. Sorry. Run off the bus. I'm woozy. Run into everybody. Get off the bus. Run in the parking lot. Threw up all over the parking lot. Yeah. That was nasty. That was my story, guys. The nastiest smell I've ever smelled in my life. And that dude, he was still on the bus. He didn't get off at the mall. Usually a lot of people get off at the mall, but he didn't get off. He stayed on that bus. Let everybody feel his wrath of piss. If I ever see that dude again, I am slapping him across the face. Because before that time, I haven't thrown up since my 11th grade. That's because of football, bro. Oh my goodness, man. Bruh. Shoot. Well, that's my story, guys. It was a crazy story. I got one more story to tell you guys. Not today, but probably another video. I'll tell you guys that story. But this is TBE. I'm just gonna let this gameplay play out. There's 4 minutes left. You guys either just watch the gameplay or leave the video. But if you guys like the story times, want more stories, I gotta remember these stories because I ain't coming up with these. I have to remember them. Something like triggers. That's how I remember stories. Something triggers it. Someone says something. An event happens. Or sometimes I just get hit with them. Just like came in like a wreck, and it's coming, bro. But this is a story that just happened recently, though. This happened like Thursday. Yeah, Thursday this happened. So I had to tell you guys. There's another story that happened on a bus. I think Tuesday of last week, and this one's gonna be funny, but that's gonna be coming soon. It's TBE 365 and peace and hey, let's get it. Let run, Ollie. Get wrecked, noob. Get wrecked, noob. You suck. What in the hell? What the hell? I was about to wreck that dude.